Hello, I'm Pastor Flores of Trinity Lutheran Church Friedensaw and St. Mark's in Ruskin, Nebraska. I've come to you this afternoon because someone once asked me, now that we can't meet as a church to worship, isn't the church closed? Good question. And at the moment I didn't reply in this manner, but after thinking about it for a while, I thought about that children's rhyme about the church. And it goes like this. Here's the church. Here's the steeple. Open the doors, and here are all the people. Now, in normal circumstances, in normal times, we think of the people in church. But we're not in normal times, are we? The pandemic is still going on. And so the question is, what about the church? Because the building is not the church. Because the people are the church. In our time when we can't gather as God's people and worship Him in the house of prayer, our people are in their homes, wherever that may be, in an apartment, in a nursing home, assisted living, in a house, wherever they may be. They gather on the Sabbath, on Sunday, and they worship. Just like Christians of the first century. Christians in the first century did not have church buildings, nor could they worship together. It was against the law. Here we are in the 21st century, and right now we can't worship together. But our people, which make up the church, which is the church, are meeting in homes. The one exception that we have, that I can think of right off the top of my mind, my head, is that in the 21st century, we have the internet. And so although God's people can't gather together to worship in this building, God's people are worshiping in their homes. I'm leading worship here, and they watch on YouTube, and they participate in the singing of hymns, in prayers, in the hearing of God's word read and preached. And so, although the children's rhyme is not exactly true right now, for if we see the church and open the doors, we don't see the people, because God's people are out there in their home churches, in their church homes. So we continue, as this pandemic pans out, no pun intended, as this pandemic hopefully starts winding down, we continue to meet the challenge of the time by sharing God's Word on YouTube, by giving access to all of that to our people at home. And one day soon, we hope and pray, God's people will be able to gather again in God's house of prayer, to give Him praise and glory and honor, to sing hymns, to hear God's word read and preached and pray. We await that day. Until that day comes, We'll be seeing all of you on YouTube. Be safe. Live in the light.